Get them.
This is a native, isn't it? Oh, sorry.
Off you go.
Right, another section of right plant, right place. I'm going to talk about plants for waterlogged soils. So these are great plants for those areas of the garden that are badly drained, poorly drained, a bit boggy. What you're going to plant in there? If you can match the plant up with that condition, you have a great display of plants. Very little effort gardening wise, sustainable gardening, choosing the right plant for the right place. So when you're looking for plants that can cope with waterlogged soils, you are looking for those plants that can cope on the sides of pond, boggy situations and things like that. So sometimes in names you will come across rivale, which will mean for by rivers. So we've got Geum rivale, that's our normal wild soldier's buttons, or water ravens is its other common name. Another name to look out for is palustris in a species name. That means of sort of bogs and of marshy places. So Caltha palustris is our own native marsh marigold. I've picked some there. No longer in flower, the seed sets have set, but marsh marigold, kingcups, that gigantic, big, amazing buttercup flower that we get. It's a British native, and so is the water ravens as well. But they are adapted to waterlogged soils. In fact, they need a big supply of water to grow at their top performance. So you're giving them what they want. Another native that's a really great plant for waterlogged soils is our native flag iris. You can see it all the way around the pond here. It will even cope with its feet in water, but it will cope in boggy soils. So we've got Iris pseudo-acorus, the yellow flag. You can see it's waving around there, those wonderful petals waving in the breeze like a flag. Many of our plants that can cope with waterlogged soils have really big, lush foliage, big leaves, big surface area, lots of transpiration, so they're pulling the water up through the system, looking amazing reflected in water if you happen to be planting next to the pond. But those plants with big leaves that can cope with our waterlogged soils are things such as Hosta sieboldii, the really big elephant ears hostas. So it's the big-leaved hostas that can cope with waterlogged soils. What about this? I like big lush leaves. This is Rodgersia aesculifolia. Slightly bronzed leaves as it's getting older. Really good at carpeting, sort of rhizomatous tubery roots, carpeting the top of the soil, holding it together if you've got wet bank sides, holding that soil together and able to cope with those waterlogged soils. And somewhat of a marmite plant to conclude. The gunnera. If our camera person pans that way to our dried, sort of just dried out pond that's become a boggy area, we've got very numerous miniature gunnera, not a miniature gunnera, baby gunneras. Those guys are going to get established and turn into amazing plants with leaves wider than this. This is a small leaf off my gunnera at home. Do watch out, this comes into our injurious plant category. Spines on those stems, spines on the back of the leaves as well, and it's a herbaceous perennial. So the growth rate when these are big leaves all the way up there is spectacular. Massive, massive leaves coping with waterlogged soils. So we've got Caltha palustris, Iris pseudo-acorus, Geum rivale, Gunnera manicata, Rodgersia aesculifolia, and Hosta sieboldii, all written down there. There are obviously more plants suited to waterlogged soils, but look out for those with really big lush leaves and those that you know can be classed as a marginal plant for ponds, and that will give you plants that will do really well for you, the right plant in the right place.